everyone, I'm Miss Abbeth from River Tree Arts, here with you today in my slightly messy art studio. And today I'm going to be showing you how to draw and decorate your buoy. So the only thing that you need aside from this package is a pencil and possibly a pair of scissors to open the package. We'll see. Let's see if I can do it without scissors first. Success. All right, you don't need scissors. All right, so you can take out your buoy, set that up for yourself, and you'll find that you have these nice printouts from River Tree, possibly with the same images or maybe something slightly different. But this is just for inspiration, for some imagery to decorate your buoy with. You don't need to use these if you don't want to, just to provide you some ideas. I'll probably be referencing these just for fun. You also have some rope, which we'll get to later, to hang your buoy with, and some nice multicolored Sharpies. Okay, so first thing you're going to do is decide what images you want to put on your buoy. So like I said, you could just start with your pencil and just go for it, just draw anything that comes to mind. Or you could look at your sheets and pick out something that you're excited about. So I personally am really excited about this little seagull here. So I think I'm going to include her or him in there. And so one thing to think about once you choose which images you'd like to work with is, do you want to do one on there really big? Do I want to have just one giant seagull on here? Or do I want to have a whole bunch of little ones? So you kind of have that option. Oh, I also really like these cute little kind of cartoony looking creatures. I might also include a starfish like this one, inspired by that one. Maybe some starfish down below and some seagulls up above. So before you jump in with your Sharpie, which is a permanent marker, it doesn't erase, I would highly suggest starting with a pencil. Now, I have a mechanical pencil, but you can use any kind of pencil you want and maybe have an eraser nearby. Now, if you've worked with me before, you know that I am a big champion of drawing very lightly with your pencil first, because if you push down really hard with your pencil, you aren't going to be able to erase, especially on the buoy. It'll push right into it. So let's start down below with, I'm going to do this starfish here. And when you're drawing, you really want to break your images down into simple shapes. So before I go for any details on the starfish, I'm just going to do my starfish's outline. So, and like I said, you might want to go ahead and do a starfish too, or maybe you want to do something completely different out of your head or off of your sheet. And don't worry about being perfect. Remember, this is all just for fun. Okay, so I've got kind of a funny little outline of my starfish there. Once I have that outline, I can go in with some cute little eyes, just some circles, maybe with some other circles in the middle for the pupils, a little smiley face. Hopefully this doesn't come out looking too creepy. Let's see. What do you think? Cute or creepy? It's a fine line. All right, and then I'm gonna add these little detail circles for his tentacles. I don't think they're tentacles on the starfish. His legs. All right, so you can add details. So remember, whether you're drawing a starfish or something else, you want to start with your simple shapes first and then add your details. Okay, so there's what I've got for my pencil drawing of my starfish. And then, so let's just pretend that now I'm drawing a bunch more starfish, maybe all the way around in a pattern, but I don't want to, you can imagine what that would look like. I don't want to bore you with doing that right now. But take your time and make sure that you're really thinking about covering this whole buoy. Okay, so now for up above, I'm going to reference my other sheet. And I'm going to go with my seagull here. I already showed you. And just like on the starfish, I'm going to start with the simple outline first. So I'm going to look at what shapes make up this seagull. So he's got kind of a bendy triangle for his body, or her body, and kind of a round, which you get to see what I'm doing here. It's a little hard with the pencil, but so I started his kind of bendy triangle body, and then I'm adding a round shape for the head. A little, I don't think you can see this, but you can imagine a little triangle for the beak, a circle for the eye, and a little circle in the middle for the pupil. And it doesn't have to be complicated. You can make some really cool buoys with just really simple little designs. All right. So there's the beginning of my silly little seagull. Maybe I'll make his feet a little bit. I keep saying his. I guess it's a him because I keep saying that. His feet, I'll just add a little more detail to that. And maybe an extra couple tail feathers in the back. And I'm just going to call that good. You know, just keep it simple if you want to, or make it crazy if you want to. So once you have your pencil drawings underneath, and remember, if you mess this up, you can erase. Let's see. Yeah, it actually, the pencil on the buoy actually erases really nicely. So if I decide, oh, I actually just want one tail feather, see how nicely that erased? You can't even see that second one I had there. All right, so once you're really happy with your designs on your buoy and you've covered the whole thing, like I said, I'm just keeping it simple for now so I don't spend too much time drawing all over the buoy. Once you're done with that, you take out your Sharpies, the permanent part. All right, and then you can start thinking about how do you want to make these permanent? Do you want to just outline your pencil, or do you think maybe you want to completely color in your entire characters or images that you just drew? So I'm going to do, for my seagull, I think I'm going to make him blue, and I'm going to start, and here you'll be able to see this here, let me scooch up a little bit. So I'm going to start out by outlining. Even though I want to completely color him in, I'm going to start with the outline. And then I'm going to outline the eye, because anything I want to leave white, you're not going to be able to, there are no white Sharpies, so you're not going to be able to draw over. Well, I guess there's paint marker Sharpies, but they're not included in your set there. So I'm going to outline his body and his eye. I'll outline that tail feather, outline his wing, and then I can start, actually I'm going to make his wing a little bit more full there. Now, his whole body, except for the wing and the eye, I'm going to color in solid blue. And you know, as you're working with art, things often change from what you originally intended them to be. So I was thinking of this as a seagull, but as I go along, it is becoming a bluebird. And that is totally okay. It's okay for things to change. That's the fun thing about art. Cool. So I'll leave him with his little tail feather, and you know what? I'm just going to freehand another little tail feather. Don't be afraid to just go for it sometimes. Okay, let's see. What color should his beak and his legs be? Let's do them red. And remember, it's the holiday season, so anything holiday themed you want to add in on here, you can do that. You can just keep it with things that you're excited about drawing. There we go. And then to add a nice pupil to his eye, I will grab my black and fill that in. I'm going to leave a tiny little white spot on there to make it look like his eye is shiny. And there's my bluebird seagull. All right, so then for my starfish, let's do him red and green and holiday colors. So I'm going to do, I think I'll do the outline green. And for let's have this be a girl. Since we have a boy bird, we'll have a girl starfish. And for her, I'm just going to do the drawings. I'm not going to completely color her in solid. It's going dark. Let's see. I'm not going to completely color her in solid, just to show you kind of a couple different looks that you can get with your Sharpie drawings here. Okay, so there's my outline of my starfish, and let's see, I'll do around the eyes green, and maybe these middle dots here I'll do green. Like I said, just have fun with this, play around with your colors that you have to work with. Don't be afraid to add extra little details, maybe even things you didn't include with your pencil. Once you get going, you'll get comfortable with it and just kind of start having fun. So let's finish this up. Some circles, a nice little smile, and let's do the pupils black again on her, leaving that little white highlight to make it look shiny. And there we go. So those are just some ideas of what you can do. Just go for it, have fun, decorate your whole buoy. And then once that's done, you have been provided with this really cool rope. And there's an easy way to make it so you can hang your buoy. Oops, something just popped up on my screen. I will say later. I'm busy. I'm hanging out with my river tree friends. All right, so you're going to take your rope and match up the two raw ends. And kids that are really little, maybe your parents can come help you with this. Otherwise, I think you can do it. So get those two ends together, and you're going to loop them around and tie a knot, just a regular knot with those two ends. And pull it nice and tight, just with a couple little tails hanging down there. And then you're going to grab your buoy, and you're going to push your rope up through the bottom. Now, if you suddenly are realizing that you did your drawings the other way, that's fine. Just push it through the other side. And then you can hang that up and keep it for yourself or give it as a holiday gift. And there we go. All right, everyone, have a wonderful holiday season, and I hope to see you soon in person. Bye.